Hi everyone, and welcome to your mid-month pick-a-card tarot readings for the month of August 2022. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that sounds cool to you, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Dongling Jade, the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Tiger's Eye, and the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Lapis Lazuli. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. If you are drawn to more than one, that's fine. You might have a combination of messages. And of course, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what the second half of August has in store for you. Wow. The deck didn't want to cut, but hey, I'm the boss. All right, let's see what we have. So, this is nice. So here's the thing. There are a couple ways to interpret these 3 cards in combination. As you probably know at this point, I call the 4 of Wands the checkpoint card. I call the Devil card the temptation card. And the Knight of Swords, I don't have a nickname for it. But there are 2 main ways to interpret this. Either breaking free from the temptation of the devil to reach a checkpoint, or the reaching of this checkpoint, or this step in the broader thing of what you want to accomplish this month, or broader or whatever, is bringing up new problems, which is strangely a good problem to have. I will give the disclaimer that I always give with this card. The chains around these people are loose-fitting. They can take these chains off whenever they want. So the reason I call the Devil the Temptation card is this notion of feeling bound to a situation that you are not bound to. So hopefully by a couple cards, it'll be much more clear, first of all, what this Knight of Swords has to offer to the conversation. And second of all, like which of these 2 possible interpretations that is the correct one. And I see... from what I see here, the Queen of Cups is giving me the impression that it's the first one. I see either a mothering, patient energy leading to some kind of moment of clarity. This might even be, I don't know if this Knight of Swords is charging towards or from this checkpoint here represented by the 4 of Wands, but I can see a sudden dynamism in the energy, even though 4s in general are about stability. The fact that this is the suit of fire, so passion, creativity, all of that stuff, gives it a dynamic tilt to it, so to speak. And you know, the airy nature of the Knight of Swords, I feel it kind of being cut loose from these chains here. Let's see what the future brings. It would be funny if it was a scary card, but I doubt it. Oh, okay. The King of Coins reverse, like right now, like off the top, based on everything so far, I'm reading this as a delay, but let's just throw down the remaining cards here with the 4 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is interesting. I've been doing a lot of live streaming on TikTok, and the 4 of Coins has been coming up a lot. However, you know, I'm recording this on July 31st with the intention of publishing this in 2 weeks when you're watching this right now. So I'm not sure if the 4 of Coins is an invitation to hold on tight to something or to let go of something. Based on everything here, I'm tempted to see this as an invitation to let go. But one thing is for sure, the practical, long-lasting thing that you want to achieve, represented by the King of Coins here. I'm representing this, I'm reading this more as an energy, not even as an aspect of yourself. And I think, okay, This reading just snapped into position when I saw this knight here and how it's interacting with these two knights. But we'll get to that in a second. So I think that the long-lasting, practical abundance energy that is, crystallized into this King of Coins card, the fact that it's reversed, I'm reading this as a delay. Now, here is the aha moment that I had when I just said that something clicked into place. So here's the deal. I can see how, finally taking the chains off of your neck to free yourself from a situation that that you found yourself bound to and realized through emotional processing or emotional nurturing, or maybe just a friend who has this very motherly, patient energy about them. No matter what this Queen of Cups represents, the clarity and the perspective that is gained by finally freeing yourself from a situation that you thought you were bound to. There's a lot of excitement and zest and ambition that can come with that. So I suddenly see this Knight of Wands as being free to charge forth from the checkpoint that is represented by the Four of Wands here. So finally coming back to the aha moment here, I can understand the zest and enthusiasm that comes with suddenly being free from a situation, but the Knight of Wands as an advice card in reverse is inviting you to keep that enthusiasm in check and to not make rash decisions, because you do have an opportunity for a victory. One would argue that merely taking the chains off from your neck, metaphorically speaking, was the victory, and congratulations on you for that. And if you haven't, and that last part rang hollow, this is a reminder that you have the possibility to do it, to the extent that, as far as this reading is concerned, to me, it's obvious that you already have. So if you haven't, take that as a green light. But the thing is, when when you're suddenly running wild in the woods with this newly enjoyed freedom, to just temper it a little. And remember that you're playing a long game, and the long game is a bit longer than you might like, which is understandable given some shit that I will go to in the Oracle cards section of this video. But yeah, like it's okay to enjoy the enthusiasm and zest that comes with this new freedom that you presumably have. And again, if you don't, it's within reach. But just remember not to do anything rash, and remember that although you are not bound to this devil anymore, or at least are on the verge of freeing yourself from this energy, that the things that you do still matter, and to really keep in check that zest. I think I've beaten this point to death right now, so I think I will wrap that reading up right there. So thank you very much for being here, Group 1. I will see you in the Oracle card portion of the video. You can use the timestamps below to jump right there. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for the rest of the month. Let's see here. So in our present energy, wow, all courts. And they're all in reverse. So I'm not sure what, I'm not sure which court card represents you. Maybe these are different aspects of you, although I doubt it. And even less likely is that you are not in this reading at all and these are people around you. I always find it a bit tricky when I get all court cards, and the fact that they're reversed is, it adds to that trickiness. So we're going to get there, Group 2. Don't panic. But just to help you map these different energies to your situation, I'm just going to give a quick rant on each card. Also keep in mind that any court card can be any gender. We all have all 16 court cards inside of us. So the King of Wands here, is like the, for lack of a better term, alpha Chad. He's ultimate willpower. He will, when he knows what he wants, and he will move mountains to get to it. Yeah. So he's in reverse. The Knight of Cups, you may have heard my meme phrase for the Knight of Cups is to follow your heart. So this is a very generous, compassionate person who is also like adventurous. Like knights are the suits that like go forth from the kingdom to spread the energy of the suit into, the broader realm, So yeah, we have the follow your heart energy. And the Queen of Wands here is a very bold, compassionate, bold, creative, assertive energy. Yeah. So hopefully the next two cards will help me make sense of whatever this situation is. It's appearing that like the thing that is leaping out to me right now is that the Knight of Cups is trotting away from the Queen towards the King here. I don't know what that means just yet because this is all I have. So let's see what energy is going here. Okay, so it's looking like there was someone, presumably the Knight of Cups because he's in the middle of the reading, but it might not be. But it's looking like there was a sudden a moment of clarity through someone realizing something or finally connecting with their intuition and making a decision or reaching some perceiving something that was imperceivable to them before. The High Priestess, one of the ways to interpret this card is like guardian of secrets. So it looks like someone might have crossed the veil, which is causing some tumult in the immediate network. So let's see what, oh, well, this is an optimistic card to have coming here. So we have the joy and playfulness and the joy, illumination, and playfulness of the Sun card. So whatever situation is happening with you and your close ones right now, just know that like based solely on these 5 cards so far, it's looking like this is just a temporary bump in the road or turbulence as the airplane is flying from Denver to Paris. I just picked 2 random cities. Anyway, so the advice cards are, we have 2 knights with the 8 of swords at the bottom of your deck. Now, this is interesting. Whenever I see an advice card, like I'm not gonna lie, I try not to do this, but Group 1 also had the Knight of Wands reverse in this position specifically. So it is possible that some of you have come over from Group 1, but regardless of that, I think that the message is the same. Of course, I'm going to be primed by the reading that I just gave for this card reversed in this position. But, if it works, it works. I think that the Knight of Wands reversed is inviting you to not be too, something that I say a lot about the Knight of Wands is a bold, daring, adventurous energy. And whenever I pull court cards as advice cards, I always read them, or almost always, as invitations to behave in this way. So the Knight of Wands in reverse is telling you that, like, not to make brash decisions, and whatever decisions that you want to make, to not be that quick to commit to them hardcore with a capital C, and to consider the other people in your network. I don't know which one of these court cards is you, Group 2, but it's important to consider what the other people have to say, even if it's to reject them. And this is also reflected in the 8 of swords at the bottom of your deck here, which is, I say this every time with this card, this woman thinks that she's trapped, but she's not. And what I was going to get into specifically is the baby steps. She can free herself by just delicately feeling around to see how she can free herself from this situation. Now, I don't think that well, actually, it might be. Actually, yeah. Scratch what I was about to say. What I was about to say was wrong anyway, so I'm not even going to finish it. Just know that your way out of this, for lack of a better term, kerfuffle, relies in taking baby steps, which is also reinforced by the Knight of Coins here, which I was going to get to anyway, which is a reminder that the Knight of Coins is the workhorse of the tarot, and he can like plow the fields that are behind him here, but it's a reminder that. It's a reminder that it's going to take some work, and that it's a reminder that it's going to take work to get to the clarity and joy and illumination of the sun from this situation here. Is going to take work, but that you have the capability to do it. Just be patient with yourself, and remember that whatever knee-jerk reaction of decisions that you want to take, to really consider them before you go galloping off into the desert. This is, picture the Knight of Wands here, pulling back on his horse, but like not to make it like whatever the fuck it's called when the first two hooves of the horse are up in the air like this, but to actually get the horse to slow down. I lost my train of thought. But one thing is for sure, the lessons that have been learned from the High Priestess here, and whatever intuitive connection has been made, the disturbance that is caused here, it is temporary, but try, like what might make things more uncomfortable for longer is to make rash decisions based on where you are. Just remember to take baby steps. You can free yourself from this situation, just not like at a glance at once. So yeah, that was a mic drop right there. So thank you very much for trusting me with this group 2. I will invite you to take, to use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you. All right, so in your present energy, we have Justice, the Six of Swords reversed, and the Hierophant reversed. Wow. I'm seeing this as I could be wrong. There are too many ways to interpret these 3 cards on their own. But the first thing that I'm seeing is a moment of clarity, or something being resolved in a just manner, or at least the opportunity to do so, that would involve either taking coaching from someone that you're not being open to, which is reinforced by this Six of Swords reversed here, or a break with tradition that might be longer. I'm sure that whatever these 2 cards are saying will be clear very shortly. So in your past energy, we have the Sun. Well, I say this all the time with the Sun card, but it's a card of joy. It's a card of joy, clarity, a childlike innocence. It's a lot of great stuff. So I'm not sure what the relationship is between the Sun card in your past and these 3 cards in your present energy. It might be like, when summer vacation is over, so to speak, which, summer is about halfway through. We're going to enter into Virgo season by the end of the month, so that might have something to do with it. But let's see what the future here. So we have the Star reversed. Let us see what the advice cards are. Now this is really interesting. Give me a second here. This is probably perfectly framed, but I'm going to need a minute just... Group 3, this second half of August here is looking like kind of a big deal, by which I mean that you literally only have 1 pip card, technically 2 if we count the King of Coins at the bottom of your deck, but every card in your spread is a Major Arcana card except for the Six of Swords in the middle of your reading here. So I think that like I feel there's some kind of coming to terms with some it's like coming to terms with how you balance different aspects of a situation. I'm speaking in hugely vague terms here, and frankly, that bugs me. But the thing that's confusing me right now is this justice card, which I'm trying to like vaguely motion towards right now. So I feel like it's like coming to terms with the situation and realizing that you can't have it all, and that causing disturbance here. It might be a refusal, like I was saying at the top. It might be a refusal to accept the wisdom that someone else is has to offer, which might cause some delay in crossing over to another different perspective. It could also be that the old way. The Hierophant is either mentorship or tradition. I say this all the time when this card comes up. So when it's in reverse, it's either a refusal to accept mentorship or a break with tradition. That's what I was trying to say these last couple seconds. But I think that whatever balance and healing that is represented by the star here, there might be some either delays or a glitch or something off with this energy. It might be that it's coming in later. It might be that it's not coming in the way that you would hope. But one thing is for sure, these two advice cards are speaking pretty clearly of it's time to what it's kind of like you're being asked to create your way forward. The Empress is a card of abundance and fertility and creative and like creating something. So I think that whatever reality shock is represented by this Justice card here, which is causing a bit of disturbance here, I would invite you to find a way to take whatever, for lack of a better term, disappointment, and figure out how to create something with it and to follow your own light. I think that the message of the Hermit card here as your supporting advice card is that no matter what dream you're coming down from, represented by this Sun card in the past, to not let it affect your trust in your ability to find your way to where you want to go. Yeah. But it is, it's kind of like if the rules of the game have changed and now you're kind of figuring out how to go to where you want to go with this new rule set, you know? And I think that the fact that these two advice cards here are upright is a reminder that you do have the capability to do so. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not entirely sure what the Hierophant reversed is saying. And I have the feeling that if you follow your own light, no matter where it takes you, and continue to create abundance around you as best you can in every way that you can find the healing and balance of the star card here. I am tempted to pull another advice card, so I will. And your the other advice card is the Strength card reverse. So I think that following your light and intuition can be the step to reconnect with your sense of strength and confidence in your ability to deal with whatever this present energy is. Again, I feel like it's kind of like these four cards here. I have a feeling that it's kind of like summer vacation being over and now you're back to school, and the first three, like every teacher that you have on your first Monday back from vacation are shitty ass teachers that you hate, and you were saying like, oh shit, I thought these courses were gonna be awesome, but all of my teachers suck. And I think the message is it's only Monday. And you might, like, as the week progresses, I'm fucking beating this metaphor to death. As the week progresses, you will meet other teachers, and there might be some teachers that you will enjoy. So don't let the first Monday back from vacation contaminate your impressions of the entire semester, so to speak. So I would invite you to, in order to regain your sense of strength and confidence and mastery in your ability to tame this lion, not through sheer force, but through gentle, stern yet gentle strength. The woman here taming a lion with her bare hands and being all chill about it. In order to reconnect with your ability to do that, it will involve some creative thinking, enjoying the abundance that is around you, and following your own light. I have the feeling that I've been looping for the last couple minutes, so I'm just going to end the reading there. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful, and remember to just create your way forward. If you took one thing away from this reading, I think that would be it. So stay tuned for your Oracle card reading, which is coming up right now. Before I start the Oracle card reading, I just want to mention something. So I was taking a look at the space weather for the second half of August, and like, I'm a super noob in astrology, but it is important to note that with the exception of Mars, all the outer planets, basically every planet after the asteroid belt will be retrograde by the end of the month. And Mars is going to join them and also go retrograde at some point in September, if I remember correctly. So this facet of revising, of reviewing, of going back over things that have been covered before might have an influence over why why some of your readings felt the way they did. Honestly, I'm very optimistic about most of the readings that I gave. And if you think that the one that I gave you is the one that I'm not as optimistic about, don't read into that too much. I think that there is hope. You always have control over how you navigate the terrain that is in front of you. That being said, let's go with Group A with the Tao Oracle. Your card is Opposition. This is I Ching hexagram number 38. And the key words are opposite viewpoints, personal differences, a communication gap, disharmony, misunderstandings, estrangement. I think that the message here is clear. Be careful both how you communicate with others and what you interpret from what others say to you. Just remember that I think this is a warning that if you want to say something to someone that you care about or that you're trying to work with, to try to really measure the words that you use. And also, if someone says something to you, to not be so quick to take it to heart, in the sense of if someone says something that that hurts your feelings or that makes you angry, that kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing this card as, an invitation to not read too quickly into it. I'll remind you of the communication gap and misunderstandings, which is the two key phrases that really leapt out to me. So Group B with the Egyptian Gods Oracle, we have the card Anubis with Transformation. So I think this is a reminder that you are in the process of transforming. I'm reading this very similarly to the Death card. It would be funny if Anubis was the god of death. I think he has something to do with being the ferryman that crosses you over into the other realm. But anyway, transformation isn't always comfortable, is something that is very important to keep in mind, and to remember that it is not always comfortable, but it is always inevitable. So I think that just keep in mind that whatever process that you're going through to close out this month, that to find a way to work with it rather than work against it would be, that's what I would recommend. Group C with the Prism Oracle, your card is Rest. Well, this is pretty self-explanatory. So I'm reminded of a metaphor that I haven't used in a while, which is when you do weight training or resistance training of any kind, it is between workouts that your muscles actually get bigger. So I think that like this could be a literal invitation to watch the amount of sleep that you get, which might be useful in avoiding the tricky situations that I kind of alluded to throughout all of the readings, actually. It might be as simple as making sure that you get enough sleep. It could also be a reminder to finish the metaphor that I started and abandoned halfway, that, you know, you can't be all work and no play, and that this rest period can be the opportunity for growth represented by the green color of this card here. So growing isn't always this active thing where you're slamming your foot down on the gas. Sometimes it's important to take your foot off the gas, to just let your proverbial car roll downhill on its own, so that you can save that energy for later, for when you really need it, and be able to really pounce on things that require your full attention and energy. Group D, with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. That is funny. Your card is Decision. This is Mars and Gemini. What I find funny about this is that I'm pretty sure Mars will be entering Gemini. I'm pretty sure Mars will be entering Gemini in during the second half of August. So that being said, I think that don't be afraid to make a decision. You know, when you ponder things and you're weighing your options and things like that, I think that this card is an invitation for you to actually act and to actually pick one of the options. And worst case, if you pick the wrong option, it will be clear to you once you've actually started moving forward with the option that you selected. And I seriously doubt that there's any decision that you can make that you can't like reevaluate after. But this is a warning to not stay stuck in the constant deliberation energy of the Gemini, and to actually move forward with the explosive, decisive, pointed nature of Mars, and to actually, you know, just pick one and start taking steps towards that, all right? Good luck. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. I hope the rest of your month goes great. You take care. I'll see you soon.